Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abby and today we're getting kind of a major project done that I've been putting off for over a year, I guess. It's gone through like multiple different designs. Basically color changes in my head. So if you watched like my past videos, you know I've been kind of redoing my kitchen. I did the doors and stuff and the paper sticker things to make it green. I've had the blue tiles up for, or the like stickers of the blue and white tiles up for a while, and I decided to keep those. But today we are finally painting furniture. I have a table, chairs, 2 chairs, and a bench. I got them all at IKEA. I'll try to find like the names, links. They probably still have them, but they're just like plain wood, and I spend so much time at these tables and chairs, eating, doing work, doing hobbies and stuff, and you can tell it's been used just by looking at it. But today we're going to paint it. I also have like a cabinet that is also from IKEA that I'm going to paint, but we're going to start with the tables and chairs. And I finally bought some paint. I just got this paint online off Coupon, which is basically saying I got it off Amazon here in Korea. But I just ran to Daiso to get like a paintbrush, a little paint holder thing. But I've already cleared off the table. I mean, there's still a few things, but I'll show you the tables and chairs real quick. But today we're painting that. We'll see how far this paint goes. I mean, it's a pretty good amount, but I don't know how many like layers or coats or whatever it's gonna take to do all of the table, all of the chairs. So we'll see. I mean, obviously I can buy more, but I finally picked a color. I think I originally wanted to start with doing like green table and chairs, but since I have my cabinets green and I was like planning on doing different backgrounds, and you know, things change as you know, what you find you can use and not work out. I'm kind of glad I waited, since it is a big furniture piece and I want it to like cohesively go together and not be too overpowering. I'm glad it worked, but I finally found paint that I'm okay with and a color that I'm okay with, and I chose this paint because they used Pantone colors. If you don't know, like Pantone colors are supposed to be, whether you see them online, in person, like as close to each other as they kind of can. So and this paint had Pantone colors of what it's supposed to be, so it should be what I see on the screen, or like really close, and that's good enough for me. So I was satisfied with the color, and so the color is this. It's Pantone. It's called True Navy. You can look it up by typing in that 19-4030. That is what it says here on the can. Yeah, right there. It says 19-4030, so that is the Pantone color. And like I took this and like held it up to the tiles, and it, I don't know on screen, but in person it looks fairly close, so I think it will look good. And I was mostly worried about it clashing with that. So the table in my head when I first bought them, and I was like, oh, I'll paint them, I was envisioning green, but I think that would be too overwhelming with the green cabinets. And eventually I'm gonna hang something green on the other side. So to do like green and green, I'm gonna do blue in the middle. And I also thought about doing like pink or red to bring in those other colors of Danchang that I'm basing, you know, my color choices kind of off. But I thought that would just be too much. So I decided to go with blue to kind of go with the backsplash that I'm keeping. And I like the dark colors better for the table, just for like stains and stuff. Like I'll show you the table real quick, but you can kind of tell I've used it a lot, and it's got some stains and some stuff, but hopefully that will be all covered by the paint, enough coats. I might have to find the sealant eventually. Then I bought, this is just like paper. I try to find like newspapers and stuff, so to like protect my floor while I'm painting. I'm gonna put that down to like catch paint if it drips. Cannot get paint on the floor, so yeah. But this is my table. I mostly cleared it off. Obviously I have to clear this, but I got a paintbrush, a paint holder, the paint. I have to figure out how to open this. They didn't have any of like the paint can openers at Daiso, and then I got paper to put on the floor. But I have the table. You can see it's kind of used, so hopefully the stains don't discolor. And then I have the bench and the 2 chairs, which I have to take the stuff off. But we're gonna start by painting the table. I'm gonna clear it, put the paper down on the floor, and then later, once it's all done, if we have enough paint, we're gonna paint this cabinet, which is gonna take a lot. So we're gonna do that last. But I think it will complement, since it's right across the, I don't know, alley in my home. But yeah, today we're painting some furniture. so I've gotten the first layer on the table done. I think it looks really good. Here, the top is finished. I still need to like go back and spot check it, but I definitely think I will have enough paint for all the chairs and all the everything. I've only used like a quarter of the can. I have paint like all over. It's like all over my legs too. But I even did the bottom half. The only part is like the very end of the legs because I need to like lift up the table to do those, but I'll do that later. Thank goodness I put paper down because it's all over that. But yeah, I have the chairs and the bench left. And I think, yeah, I have enough paint with the roller and my paintbrush that I bought. It's been great. Been able to get everywhere so far. I think I got paint on my shirt a little bit there. I don't know, you can't really see with the black, but I think it looks really good. I might do a second layer just like on the top of paint everywhere. On the top of the table. But yeah, it looks really good. I really like the color. I think it, I don't know if I can get both of them in the screen. I think it looks fairly good with the tile. I can't, with the tile and the table. In person, I'm pointing at both, but not on screen. But yeah, it's a lot brighter than I thought, but I really like it. Good job on the paint choosing, I guess. Yay me. What am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna do the chairs next. Those seem a little easier, and I need to like, the bench has like a, not a pocket, what do I call it? Like underneath, you can like store things in it. It's almost like a basket type thing at the bottom. I really need to clean that. It has a lot of dust and hair and stuff in it. So I'm gonna do that last. I'm gonna let the table dry. I'm gonna do the chairs, but yeah, coming along. I don't know how long that took me. Maybe an hour, not even. So yeah, not even an hour. Yeah, gonna do the chairs next and then the bench. And then probably my like second layer. I also have to like spot check because even while I was like painting like the sides of the legs, I would see spots and I'd be like, oh. So yeah, I think I am gonna do just like another layer on the top just because that's what you see the most of the table. But then yeah, and then I can move on to the cabinet. The hardest part too, since there's paint kind of on the paper on the floor, to keep my dog away, and he sometimes comes over and licks my legs. I'm like, there's paint on my legs. You cannot do this. But right now he's sleeping. He finally decided to lay down and sleep with his toy. So yeah, I had to take out my sheets from my washer, and then I'm gonna paint the chairs. Yay! All right, so I have the chairs done now. So all that's left is the bench back there. Fitz is joining me. But yeah, it's going smoothly. I was able to wash my hands and most of the paint came off, so that was nice. Definitely got more paint on the paper, but yeah, it's coming together. I'm gonna take a little break because I'm tired, but we just have to do the bench and then do touch-ups and we'll be finished with the table and chairs. Even right here, I like missed a spot. It's hard with all the corners and things, so I'm gonna let this dry for a bit and take a little break and then do the bench and touch-ups. But yeah, it looks really good so far. Okay, so I finished painting most of the bench. I'm gonna wait for a while to do the other part because it's like I have to like turn the whole thing upside down, just so you know the way it's built. It's hard to get into all the places, but I mostly painted all of it. So basically I'm almost done. It's what, 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna take a longer break. I'm gonna go meet my friend for dinner, but we're just like going to her house, so I don't have to like, I don't know, clean up or anything. But I'm gonna leave it to dry a lot more, and then I'm gonna spot check and finish the rest of the bench of the places I didn't get yet. But yeah, looking really good. We've got chairs, table, the bench, basically almost done. I'm gonna let it sit and dry for a good while. I've closed the paint. I've washed out the brush, not the roller, but the roller I'm not too worried about. There's another thing, whatever. Leave it till later tonight to see, and then decide if I want to finish painting it tonight, like the extra spots and spot checking tonight, or just wait till tomorrow morning or something. The chairs and the benches did take a little longer, especially the bench. It has a lot of like nooks and crannies and crevices because it has that empty space, and then like underneath I haven't gotten to yet because I have to completely turn it over. But yeah, the table's probably dry. Yeah, it's mostly dry. I still want to do like a layer on top just to really make sure it's good and solid. I might still try to find like, not an epoxy, I don't know, something to go on top just to, since I, you know, tend to spill stuff or things that get scraped. So I want to put like sort of a protective layer on top, but we'll figure out that later. Mostly all the painting done. I'm just gonna relax for a bit and then, like I said, go meet my friend at her house. She's cleaning her house, and so I'm gonna go and see how she's doing, and then we're gonna eat dinner at her house. I'll either talk to you later tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, productive day. And now I have like a blue table and chairs, but I don't know when I'll get around to painting the cabinet, but I'm pretty sure I have plenty of paint. See you guys later with whatever I decide to do. Alright, so the table and chairs and the bench are all finished. I let them dry. I even put these little padded things on the bottom of the chairs and the bench just because they don't move as well with the paint. And I just didn't like the wood floor or the wood on the floor, so I put these on the bottom just to have them nice. I think it looks so good. I think it matches well with the tile sticker things on the back of the kitchen. I think it will look nice too, like once I put like decorations and stuff on it. What do you think, Fitz? Took a while to do, but like not a lot of effort. So I have noticed there are a few places I missed, like on the bench and here and there on the table, but I think everything is pretty good. I still have to paint the other cabinet, so I can, I'm gonna wait on that so I can touch up places I find after that. But yeah, now I have a nice blue kitchen table and chairs. Since painting this, it brings a lot of color to the space, and you know, most of my dishes are like white and stuff, so I think it'll look nice once it's like set up and I can put decorations and stuff on it. Maybe eventually in the future I'll like paint like a little pattern on it or something just to break up just the solid blue, but I do really like it so far. I think the color turned out great. It's a little brighter than I thought, but I do like it, so hey. Another step done in my kitchen. I still have to do many other things that I have planned, especially like put things on the wall up here because it's just blank, and I have decorations already, some blue, some white to do that, so that's like a future thing to do. But right now I have my tables and chairs, and I think later in the week I will paint the cabinets. Right now I'm just tired painting these. It took up all, like basically half my apartment, just spread them out to make sure the paint wasn't getting anywhere. I'm gonna leave it just to have my space back for a bit, and then I'll think about painting the cabinet because I have to like empty it out and then paint it, like lay it down and paint it. So maybe that's a later in the week type of thing, or just later in general. Still have to think about getting a sealant, but since I might paint a pattern on it, it's like a simple pattern, I might just leave it, see how the paint holds up. Now I have a nice blue table and chairs. I'm really happy about it. So yeah, see you guys later. So it has been a while since I've painted my table. I have been using it. It still looks pretty good. There are some places I have to touch up. I'm not gonna do the touch-ups today. Today I'm actually painting another piece of furniture, but the same color. Same paint, same color. I bought another paint can because I don't know if I have enough in the one I bought for my table and chairs. Like I said, I do have to retouch the surface of the table because it has gotten a few chips and like stains and stuff, but that's fine. I also need to find like a sealant to put on top, but I want to paint something not blue, like with white or something, like a design on it later. So right now I'm fine with the chips and stuff because I know I'm gonna paint it or fix it up later. But today I moved the table around and like put it up against the wall where I don't usually have it because I wanted a little more space. I'm gonna drag out, I have like another cabinet. Again, it's from IKEA and it's just the plain wood. I'm gonna paint it the exact same color. They are like across the room from each other, so they will match. That'll be really nice. Really enjoyed having the blue tables and chairs, but let me show you the cabinet. I had to empty it out. That's why I have like all this stuff on my bed. I emptied it out, and so today I'm gonna paint it. So this is the cabinet. I already emptied it. It has just like shelving. It's from IKEA. It has just plain doors. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be painting blue. I want to also paint the inside, that's why I had to empty it out. But I'm gonna pull it out from next to my fridge and like the wall. I have more paper, but I gotta place paper out. Last night, you can see, I tried to paint more of this stool that goes in my front entry. I need to go buy more paint to do like a second coat It's not the same type of paint I use on here, so it doesn't cover as well. But you can see it's like a similar green, but it goes out there in the entry. It's really handy to have. So I'm gonna try to go to the store, get more paint, and finish painting that. Today we're doing the blue, but on the cabinets, so they will match because they're right across from each other. I'm still trying to decide my fridge. You see my niece's picture, it matches. It has like blue and green. It matches my kitchen. But I'm thinking maybe I can buy more of the vinyl green sticker and put it on my fridge. So I'll have like the fridge matching the cabinets, this cabinet matching my table. I'll be coordinating. The kitchen is coming along. Yeah, and hopefully this will take less time. There's less like nooks and crannies on like the chairs and the bench. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, and at the end we have a very nice colorful kitchen. And hopefully I'm trying to like raise the bottom a little. I'm still trying to figure that out, but the doors kind of not scrape on the floor, but they drag on the floor and they like pick up all the hair and stuff. There's constantly hair on the bottom of these cabinet doors. It drives me nuts. So I'm trying to like raise it just a little bit so they won't drag on the floor and pick up all the hair. Have to figure that out. I'm thinking I put on bottom of the chairs and stuff, I put little like pads. It keeps them from moving a lot, which is nice, but it raises it just a tad. Maybe I will use all the extra ones that I have, but all along the bottom of the cabinet, and that will hopefully rise it enough. Hopefully get that done today. So let's go. I'm just taking a little break. I've basically used all the paint left in the old can. I've gotten the top of the 2 shelves and almost all the outside. It's like half the front side of a cabinet and one side I haven't done. But I definitely have to get back in and go with a small brush to get like these smaller places. But I'm gonna take a little break because I'm a little tired. Been painting for good, I don't know, hour or so. Not even, I don't know. I didn't look at the time. Going pretty quickly, pretty easily. Just have to finish all the major areas, flip over the shelving, do this other sides. I've gotten paint like all over my hands. This spilled out when I was holding the little tray thing. But yeah, going pretty well. Be done in a little bit after take my break, relax, get back, do all the major spots, get out a small paintbrush and do the smaller areas. I'll show you guys later when it's all done. And then this paint dries pretty quickly, so hopefully I can finish today and start putting things back in it. But coming along great. I've almost done. Still have a little bit to go on the shelving. Like I have to do the sides of one of them and then I have to finish a panel and then the sides of the other. But for the actual unit, just have like the bottom of a door and then like the sides, and I will be done with that. Oh, it's like a lot of tiny little spaces that I didn't even realize. I'll show you real quick. So obviously I'm using the small paintbrush now. I'm just have like the rest of this door. I'm gonna paint the underside, and then I have just the bottom along the edge there and then there, and then I should be done with all of this. I think I already did all the top. This is the obviously inside. I tilted it up. This is the bottom. I'm not gonna paint that. I've just done like the outside edges. You can see where the door drags because it ripped up the paper. I had to like make sure no paint got on it. See, all the doors are done. Once I'm done painting this little part, I will let it dry and check it later. But these are shelves. I have to finish this and then the edging of all of them. Earlier, my dog tried to step on this wet and then walk around, and I had to like pick him up and force him to go away. But I've finished this can completely, so I'm going to open my new can. Obviously, it's good that I bought it, but I'm not gonna lead a lot of this. But I will keep it, obviously, when I'm done, just to do like touch-ups and things, because it is gonna be a while. You can see on the table, maybe if it's gonna focus. It's not gonna focus, but there's like very little scrapes and stuff on my table. So when I'm done painting, I'm just gonna keep the can for later. But yeah, my back kind of hurts from bending over to get to these places, but almost done. End is in sight after everything dries. I think the longest part will be painting the sides of the shelving, because I have to like paint a side or two, set it down to let it dry so I can and tilt it onto the other, on the side that I just painted and dried, paint the other sides. And then I will be done. And then I can reassemble everything. I don't remember where I put the shelving. I liked the spacing of them. It's very easy to adjust. So I'm gonna figure that out later. Been a long time. I've been mostly listening to music, but I did get to listen to my book. So I'm almost done with that book. I really enjoyed it. It's gonna add a lot of color to my kitchen. Even just with it all laying out right now, there's a lot of color. I'm just looking at it from afar. So let's keep going. I'm gonna open the new can. I am so done painting. Like I'm done painting today. I did find a little space, just a tiny little space that I missed, but it's gonna have to wait until I retouch the table and the cabinet because I already put the paint away. I'm so sick of painting. It's been, I need to stop and eat dinner. I haven't eaten since breakfast. I missed lunch, so I'm just tired. But the cabinet I have moved back. It's dried. I haven't put the shelves in yet. I'm just giving it a little bit more time to solidify so they don't like stick together in case I want to move the shelves later. But I'm gonna finish cleaning up. Let me show you the cabinet first. So I did put the cabinet back. I think it looks pretty good. If you want to see the tiny little space, it's right down here, but that one's gonna wait. So I'm just gonna leave it there for a minute. I also, in the cabinet was this little lantern thing. It came with a brown marker to like color them brown, but it ran out of ink, so it's just been sitting in the box since I had it last. So I decided to paint it. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but I painted it the same color. So I'm going to eventually put that together and then it matches my house. So I added a little more work to myself, but I think it'll be nice. I still have like all the glue and the paper to make the rest of the lantern, and it plugs in. It's an LED, and somewhere, yeah, it has a plug. I can plug it in and just have like this nice little lantern thing. I think I got this actually from work. I think they just got it from Coupang, and yeah, so I just have to assemble it later and it will match my table and cabinet, so it will coordinate with my house. But yeah, finished the cabinet. I do have to put the things on the bottom still. I'm gonna do that in a bit. So now I just have to clean up my table. I still have obviously a very full can of paint. I'm gonna throw away the other ones. I've used like basically every last drop in here because I was using the small brush out of it to paint the smaller areas. But yeah, now I have even more color in my house, coordinating colors. But my house is kind of a mess right now, so I want to clean it up a bit. Gonna make dinner and relax, and then everything back. So yeah, I'm gonna clean, put everything back. That way I can organize it a little more too. It was getting a little unorganized for me pulling and putting things in. But I'm done painting for a bit. Still have my green stool I want to do a second coat on, but that's gonna wait. Yeah, and then eventually I want to paint like maybe florals or something, like a design on top of my table and then maybe on the doors of the cabinet, but that's a little bit further down the road once I figure out exactly what I want to paint and what my ability allows. The kitchen dining room slash area of my apartment's really coming along. So this is just like the first part after the cabinets and the backsplash were done. This was like a major portion of the kitchen because it added so much color. The table, the chairs, the cabinet are all blue now instead of wood color. Not that they didn't look bad in the wood color, it's just I like this color more. And eventually they'll get even more painting. I might change the fridge color to match the cabinets. Stay tuned for more things. This is just phase one of the kitchen. And I have plans for my bedroom too. So yeah, if you want to see those, I'm eventually gonna put things on the wall because you see I have nothing on the walls, and I have plenty of pictures and stuff to hang up, and I have ideas, and I've just worked on figuring out how to execute them without, you know, like ruining the walls too much. It's an apartment, I rent it. I need to keep it in a certain shape for when I leave. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this painting vlog, I guess. But this little kitchen update. If you have an idea what I should paint on my table and cabinet doors, let me know down in the comments. I might take it in suggestion. My idea is flowers or like a, I don't know, symbol or something, symbol to paint on it that's not too difficult, that I can either like stencil on or maybe freehand. I'm not that great at freehand though. But yeah, let me know. I might actually put stuff on the chairs too, or the bench. You know, I got plenty of surface area to do things. So let me know ideas down below what you think. So yeah, this is gonna be at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next time. Remember, if you want to be someone, why not be you? Bye!